Yeah, so Roberto, thank you for having me here in Vilnius. It's great to come. I actually loved it when you guys asked me to come over and bring a bit of the Spanish identity to Vilnius. So how the project came? How did you guys decide to?
Uh, well, yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here for sure. So I think the project begins from the idea that we love Spanish cuisine, first of all, obviously, and the Asador. We have some similarities in our culture a bit, especially if we talk about the north. We have that north culture as well. We like eating heavy food, have like a grill, and again, I'm really happy that you came here to help us, to consult us, to make this project happen.
Yes, of course, and the location is great. I mean, we are driving now in this neighborhood. What is the story of the location like? Is now I see that it's very trendy at the moment. I see a lot of different communities.
Yeah, so the location is very special for us as well because there is a sort of like a artisanal area. So there's many artists living here, and there's many culture binding together. This is the area, the Užupis. They even call the Republic of Užupis, and they even have their own constitution. That, of course, is not an official one, but still, you know, it's big. This is like because of the artisanal people who live there. You know, they want to be independent as much as possible.
Yeah, actually, I read it when I was on the plane coming here.
Yeah,
I read it on the travel magazine, so it was very interesting to read. Yeah.
everyone is coming here to just see this like very special place because it's sort of like a small island, because all around is a river crossed. So yeah, it's a very lovely place, and we're happy that we are here almost like on summertime, you know, because it's sunny, good weather, perfect.
Yeah, it's beautiful today actually.
How is the Vilnius so far for you?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's a beautiful city. I had the time to walk a bit around, and I didn't go out a lot to dine. I don't know the cuisine, but I know that you have a very typical soup, cold soup, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the salty barshi. It's our identity product. Yeah.
Yeah. I had it yesterday actually.
So did you like it?
Yeah, it's very nice. Actually, if you compare it to Spanish cuisine, it kind of tastes like a gazpacho.
Right. Okay.
The gazpacho is typical from the south of Spain, and it's made with tomatoes, cucumber,
Yeah.
a bit sourness, a bit acidic with vinegar.
I never thought about the gazpacho that it's something similar with our bitter, but in the end the flavors are very similar. Yeah.
And I am about the fire because the concept is Spanish cuisine around fire,
Right.
similar to the Basque Asadors. How is that connected to Vilnius? Do you see a trend in the people that they really like barbecue style, fire cooking?
Well, it is like that. The trend is there, and it's getting more and more the trendy. And I think the Basque culture is the best example of that Asador culture. And this is one of the idea why we wanted to have that Asador and work with fire, because it's Basque have very unique techniques and so on.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because actually in Basque there are many of the best restaurants in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
They are very simple, they are not molecular cuisine, or they are not very complicated cuisine, but everything is around the product, around the fire. And I think that's one of the main things in the Spanish cuisine is to have the product simple, treated good, don't overcomplicate it with a lot of ingredients, a lot of different textures. Make it simple and this much more natural.
Yeah, and this is why we really want to do the same and bring it to the Lithuania as well, to that kind of culture, because unfortunately in Lithuania we don't have such nice ingredients as in Spain are. We don't have such a nice ripe tomatoes or some seafood which you can catch next to the shore in Spain, you know. But we really want to bring that culture and to bring those flavors with your help to Lithuania, to Vilnius, you know. Užupio people, and not only he will appreciate us for sure.
I think when I saw the concept and the idea, I thought it was great because it felt very well made. How you guys made the concept. It didn't feel like a typical Spanish tapas bar that they open in a lot of different countries. This was really thought through and with a very good concept. Yeah, I loved it.
The thing is that because Asador is a small place, right? And we wanted to showcase all the best what Spain have, but unfortunately we won't fit all in one menu. So we had to, you know, think and choose the best what we can have. Again, with your help, I think we will achieve that. Just to put the good ingredients, the main dishes, what I think can represent the Spain, right?
Yeah, I mean, you already have chosen many of the nice products like Rubia Gallega.
Right,
that comes from it's a breed that comes from Galicia. It's above Portugal in the northwest of Spain. Actually, it's a very popular breed for us that we have with the chuletón, with the ribeye steak.
And what is your opinion about it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's one of the best breeds. I see it also that it's getting a lot of recognition in other countries as well, like in Spain.
Right.
Usually, in the past, there are not a lot of ox anymore. Now it's mostly cows, but there are some people that have some ox, but it's not really common. But yeah, it is a great breed. But I also see that you want to use those techniques, like those ancestral techniques, like marinating, curing, fire. All those techniques for us are very important. We use them a lot, and I think that it also has a similarity with Lithuanian cuisine in a way.
Yeah, it is, to be honest, because in our culture, curing stuff, curing, smoking are very like common thing, you know, because we have very hard winters, and our ancestors had to found a way how to cure the stuff and to keep it maintained. There is lots of different flavors, but in the end, the techniques, there are some like similar and something about what we can combine together.
And the technique is something that needs to support always the product, right? It
Exactly.
needs to,
Yes.
In the end, if the product is not matching well with that technique, then it's better to not touch it. No? Otherwise, the technique has to be in the service of the product.
Yeah, but again, like the Basque have such a lovely, amazing techniques there, you know, and there is, as I know, that's like hundreds of years of those, yeah. As I know, am I correct?
Yes. I mean, it's a long history. Even the Basques, they are very proud of their culture. They even have like the 8 surnames that they say if you don't have the 8 surnames in your family, that you are not a true Basque. So there is a lot of generations. Actually, for example, in San Sebastian, they have associations of cooking.
Okay.
So like families and people and friends, even though they are not from hospitality, they just get together they make associations with friends, and every time one of the persons in the association cooks for the rest.
Wow.
And the level is really high. Sometimes you think, it's just a family cooking. No, it's some of those people, they cook even better than some chefs.
Wow. Yeah, I know that, you know, like some of those grandmas know so much knowledge and generation from generation, so they know so much things, but maybe young chef doesn't know at all. And
those little tricks, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then we're coming to your Spanish tradition, right? About the meal, and then you have to after the meal to spend time together with the family. What is the name of it?
Yeah, the sobremesa. Yeah, so it's actually funny because everybody talks about it. So we like to eat. When during the eating, we don't really talk a lot. What we talk is about the food.
Yeah.
So how is the food? And then always, for example, my mother is, is the food okay? Is the food not okay? And then always everybody talks about how is the food. And then after, once you finish the food, then you can start talking about whatever you want, if it's politics or whatever you like to talk.
So the Spanish people cherish that tradition, right? They're keeping it still.
Yeah, so it's normal that, of course, not on the weekdays because the people work.
Obviously,
and it's, but on the weekends you gather together in you make a paella, for example, or you make a nice stew, and then sometimes the families are just talking and talking all the evening. And sometimes it gets together with a dinner, you know? So you have lunch and then you end up having dinner as well.
It sounds so amazing. And I think one of the things that we would like to add this sort of like tradition to Asador as well, you know, to have the long maybe Sundays for the people who can enjoy the food and maybe to just have like that family nice conversation afterwards. Because in Lithuania, we don't have that kind of tradition. Some of the families sure do, but like generally, as you are like, because about Sabrasadis, they talk about this whole Spain. We don't have that like in whole Lithuania do that. So this is what will be very nice to bring it as well as a complementary from Spain to Lithuania.
Yeah, I think Nord could be, the social aspect is very important and the community, and I think if you can build that community, that social part, apart from, because a concert is not only the food and the service,
Exactly.
It's also how the community feels to come to the restaurant and how they can socialize. And I think Nori has all the perfect ingredients for that. Where are we now? It's also the center, this area?
Yeah, it's an old town. Yeah, so we are entering the Didžioji Gatvė. So this is very like a historical place as well. It's the old town, the main one. So yeah, we're passing from here. So there we have many restaurants. And by the way, no, like 4 years ago, we had one of the, I would say, the best Spanish cuisine before. It was called El Mercado. So yeah, and now it's closed, but then I was saying that there was a time then Spanish cuisine was very trendy.
People told me as well that it's very cosmopolitan, this city. Like there is a lot of influence from Germany and also other countries.
Yeah, we have a lot of communities, different communities, and it's very nice to see, especially Vilnius, how you go to our town and you see many different people, you know, from different countries. And for me, it's very like enjoyable to see that. Vilnius is very cosmopolitan right now, and it's getting even more, you know. So, and this is why I think the Asador is a very perfect time to be opened, you know, and to remind about the Spanish cuisine again, because in my opinion, at this moment, we are really in lack of nice Spanish restaurant, and especially a nice Asador restaurant.
Yes, and I think the ingredients that you are choosing and the quality is amazing. It's exactly how we do it in Spain, you know. So yeah, I'm really glad to come to this place and bring a bit of my country as well.
With your help, we know that we'll keep max authenticity of your country and your country's techniques, you know. Especially the Basque culture, it's completely different in my opinion. It's very, you have to burn there to know how to do it.
Yes. How is for you Spanish food? Like, if you speak as a Lithuanian, what do you think it is?
The first word was coming to my mind is colorful. You know, your Spanish cuisine, it's so colorful with the flavors, with the ingredients. You have everything there, you know, and all the ingredients are on the top quality, you know. So you have very colorful food, you use so many herbs and spices, you have many techniques comes from 200 years ago, and you are one of the modern technique inventors. This is what I see, what is the Spanish cuisine for me.
And I think the menu that we have been working on, it's great because you have all the steps of Spanish cuisine, right? So from an aperitivo with the snacks, the tapas, to have with the vermouth or with a glass of wine, and then to the tapas, to sharing, the sharing experience. I think that's a really nice moment. plus all the meats, the firewood oven, and the dessert. So it's all an experience. It's a
You mentioned that about the meat, so I remember it was quite challenging to understand what kind of meat it's supposed to be on our menu, because one of the things, like we would really want to put something very interesting, something not usual, with something what you cannot get everywhere, because now in Vilnius, as we talked before, it's very cosmopolitan city and we have a lot of everything, right? Almost every cuisine you can get. One of the aim is to be as unique as it possible with some ingredients as well. So the meat what we are having in the Ruvia Galega, one of that, we was sourcing to get the best what we could. And I think we managed to fill that gap and to find some really good unique cuts, which I think the guests will appreciate and they won't find it anywhere else.
Yeah, I think that also is very nice how you are integrating as well the local aspect. This is a Spanish restaurant, it's a Spanish Asador, Spanish products, but also those little hints with the local techniques and how the people likes to eat here. It's very important as well.
You have to adopt a bit, because our Lithuanian palate is a bit different than Spanish. Of course, the main aim is to educate and to show them what have to be the authentic way. But some of the things you still have to keep in mind when you serving the food to let's say Lithuanian person.
What are the main products that you normally use in Lithuania or the people have?
If we're talking about the meat, the Lithuanian environment is pretty simple. I'm saying the flora and fauna, let's say like that, because for now, of course, we grow a lot. But if we're talking about the history, so we had pretty poor dietary. We have a lot of game meats. But obviously it was for the royalties, and for the peasants it was pork and potatoes, basically. This is one of the things what we learned, how to cure the stuff, how to smoke the stuff, how to keep those stuff, so it goes from the history of us, the same as Basque.
If you use pork, it has also another similarity with Spanish, right? Pork is probably the most important and most loved product in Spain. We like to use everything from the pork, so from the head to the tail, and we love it.
Yeah, so it's the same here in Lithuania. But is it now the Iberian pork is more popular than simple one, or I'm wrong?
We eat both. So Iberico is normally used for the nice hams and charcuterie,
right? And
the normal pork is used more for grilling or meats. And also for Serrano ham, for example, is made with normal breeds, with Duroc breed or with half of Iberico and Duroc. So there are different breeds, of course. And for me, I think all the products have its value. For me, Iberico, of course, is the top ingredient, but it doesn't mean that the other is not nice. Every type of product has its own use. And I think what's important in cooking is to really use even an onion. For me, an onion is the same product as a very expensive lobster, for example.
Right, yes.
I think every product deserves its own treatment, and everything it's important in cuisine.
For us Lithuanians, we just started to get better know about Iberico pork, because it's, I would say, it's pretty new discovered ingredient for us, but I see how Lithuanian people accepting it more and more, and because before, as I said to you before, the pork is more like a peasant food for us, so if you go to a restaurant and you see the pork, probably you won't choose it because of that, But now when we have in our restaurants the Iberico pork, it's completely different story. Everyone now discovered it and understand that it's different, it's high quality stuff and
more premium.
Yeah, premium stuff, and they are enjoying it, even if it still have a pork.
Yes. For me, it's my favorite ingredient actually. I think that you can use it in many ways. You can grill it in the firewood oven. You can cook it as slow cooked. There are so many uses, cured, raw.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's very diversified product, I think, yeah? You can do whatever with them and it's very good. I totally agree with you.